Are there common challenges that one could expect that, I mean, not a big deal, but it's typical on any one of these projects that there's some challenges that pop up that might actually cause somebody to actually say, oh, it's too uncomfortable. I don't want to go any further, or maybe I made a bad decision. I mean, I think it makes sense to bring that up front. It's almost like there's a book right there on the wall, Never Split the Difference. And in that book, I forget the author's name, Chris Voss, he calls it an accusation audit. You may be thinking this. You may be wondering what happens if this happens. So you're kind of getting it all out there so that if it does happen, it's like, oh, yeah, we talked about that. Are there a list of a few things that are pretty common?
Absolutely. And I think the first thing is you're always looking for the change agents, and then you're looking for the anti-change agents. Because people are afraid of change, and they'll have built up certain areas of expertise. So they're out to protect their jobs. They're out to protect what they've created. There's a lot of don't call my baby ugly kind of syndrome that goes on.
Yeah. And these are the same people that actually are bringing you in to actually solve the problem, but then all of a sudden they become like protective of what they've got.
Absolutely.
Out of fear and worry of what could go wrong, what people could judge them after if it doesn't go the way, all these different things. But what's really going to go wrong? I mean, at the end of the day, these projects are all pretty much the same. You know exactly what you're doing, but there's got to be like just 2 or 3 things.
I think the big thing that we've learned is to look at the human aspect as one of the biggest potential barriers and one of the biggest potential enablers for the company. And I think that's the mistake. Where do projects go wrong? Projects go wrong on adoption. Generally, that's where the problem is. There's just too much pushback on the product because people haven't been engaged.
You mean adoption in terms of it's been rolled out and now we have to actually start using it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that's that fear of change, or it's like the resistance, not even intentionally, but it's like this resistance to like new habits. Like I'm used to doing it this way. And this is a big, I mean, it is a big change, right? But at the same time, it's really not. If you follow the training, if you pay attention to what you have to do, you can learn it pretty easily.
So one of the things I'll talk about is spreadsheets.
Yeah.
So in every company, there's at least one magic spreadsheet.
It's like 50 tabs on it.
Right, and it's how everything works, right? And it's what we all rely on, and that's a safe space, right? And a lot of the systems, you look at SAPs and others, and they tell you, leave the magic spreadsheet behind. And for a lot of companies, that's
painful.
Yeah, it's a step too far.
Up here. It's painful up here.
So one of the nice things about NetSuite is all the data is available all the time, and there's an analytics module. And you can generate your magic cube and you can generate your magic spreadsheet out of the system and have it emailed to you every day. And there's this very curious thing that happens as we go through the progress of the project. And I'll say, show me the magic spreadsheet. And very grudgingly, you get shown the magic spreadsheet. And then as you go through the project, you say, okay, here's how we're generating the magic spreadsheet. Here's how we're generating. So every morning you will get this magic spreadsheet. So what we're doing is...
As a report.
As a report.
Yeah.
And so we're leaning into what people do. We're not forcing them down a place where they can only work in a certain way.
So it's like, I understand what you use the spreadsheet for. I understand why it's so important to you. Are you opposed to letting me show you how the system can do the same thing, but even easier for you?
And one more step than that. Every morning we're going to give you a new clean version of that spreadsheet.
Less work for you, same end result.
Yeah. We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I asked about the magic spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And there was this kind of, how does he know about the spreadsheet? Grumble,
everybody's
grumble, everyone's grumble. And the CFO looked at his colleague and said, how long does that take you to do every day?
Yeah.
And she went, about an hour. And I said, so...
That's 5 hours a week.
What would you do if I had it like waiting for you when you arrived in?
Yeah.
And she went, you can't do that. And I said, what if? And she goes, oh, there's so much more I could do. You know, what if?
That's 20 hours a month you gave her back.
Exactly. And that's the kind of thing where there needs to be a social contract. And NetSuite has one click of a button, you get your spreadsheet. It's easy to get at the data. It's easy to interact with the system as you go through it. Now again, ERPs are hard. they're designed to make you follow central processes. Okay, it's not going to make you your morning cup of tea. It's not all sweetness and light. But can it lead to an improvement in how you work? Absolutely. So we follow the CMM, Capability Maturity Model, which talks about the 5 steps of growth that a company goes through. And at the start, it's growth, it's survival by heroics. Throw myself on the grenade. I want to be a hero. But that gets tiring, and teams get tired of doing that. People run out of steam.
It's really true.
So what we say is we take them through CMM and we get them to a place where they know where their processes are, they can measure the processes, they can show improvement. Take out the manual steps and give them a place where they can shine. Then that becomes a really important thing for why they want to adopt and use the system moving forward. And as we concentrate on things like that, another great example is bank reconciliation, right? Knowing where you are at bank. NetSuite has automated feeds. We do additional things where we can manage hundreds of bank accounts.
So it's doing bank recs?
You do bank recs, automatic bank recs.
That's an important message to get out because there's a lot of time wasted on that too.
Yeah,
I just spoke to my bookkeeper this morning, and we're actually, we're still on QuickBooks, right? And so we're one of those companies that's going to have to make a change soon. And she asked me to. She does bank recs for a lot of different businesses and accounts that I have, not just MineCore. And I sent her about 20 bank statements this morning. She's gonna be busy for like the next 2 days.
It's nuts, right?
But I realized that's a pain point. I'm one of the people you spoke about, but I'm also making a change.
Exactly, and the ability to use. So everybody talks about AI, and AI. You're not a product if you don't have AI these days. Yeah. Oracle have been pretty smart about how they've been rolling out the AI underneath NetSuite. So they have their OCI cloud, and then a lot of this is about improved insights into what data you have. So with the bank rec, it does match pay, it automates the whole process. It's pretty sweet. And then once you have that data, then what do you do with it? Because most of your effort is taken up in doing bank rec. Now I want to know the trends. Now I want to know what's going on over here. Why am I doing that over there? So by the end of each week, every day you should have your bank rec done within about 15 minutes using NetSuite, right?
And it's doing trending.
Take the trending, you do your forecasts, you get it into the modules. So I travel a lot, and one of my big things is client billable and getting my invoices out the door. When I was using QuickBooks, I absolutely detested doing my expenses. And my wife, more to the point, detested my expenses because I had $20,000, $30,000 in unbilled expenses because I could not face doing this.
That's a very common thing to say. Hey, thank you so much for enjoying this video. I have a quick message about NetSuite. Every firm that's come to us for guidance has totally transformed their business with NetSuite. So if you're in professional services, maybe you're in healthcare, manufacturing, could be that you're in warehousing, maybe you have an accounting firm or a law firm, could be you're in private equity, doing M&A, maybe you have a business that has multiple locations, or really it could be a wide variety of other industries. NetSuite solves so many of the business problems that you're facing. One major issue right now is QuickBooks Desktop. If you're using QuickBooks Desktop, which is going end of life, and you're ready to make a change, NetSuite will definitely solve that problem. Also, if you already have NetSuite, but you're frustrated or maybe you're disappointed with the level of service you're getting, with the outcomes that you're getting, with the productivity that you expect that you should be getting, you should definitely reach out to me, okay? Our clients consistently tell us that they feel way more confident and they see a lot more reliability and way better outcomes and productivity, not to mention 40 to 70% savings on NetSuite licensing. So we're here for you. Also, we'll help you determine if NetSuite is the actual right fit for you, and we'll provide expert support. So don't wait. Use the form below, schedule a free consultation with me, and let's see how NetSuite can transform your business. Now back to the video. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.